get started, you will need a sewing machine, or if you're sewing by hand, you will need a needle. You'll also need the fabric that you are going to use. I have here some leftover fabric from previous projects. I chose satin. However, you can choose any kind of material that you think would be comfortable. You'll also need some straight pins. I use quilting pins because they're a bit longer and also more sturdier. You'll need some thread, a pair of scissors. You'll also need a pattern. I don't really have much of a pattern. I just took a piece of paper and I fold it in half, and that'll make the shape of my eye pillow. I made it bigger because I need some seam allowance, so when I flip it inside out, it will look smaller than what it is. If you want, you can cut out a piece right here for the nose. However, I'm just gonna keep it simple and make it this way. You're also going to need some filler. Now I have some buckwheat here. However, you can also use anything like rice or even dried beans. And to fill our pillows, I have some lavender and also some chamomile. And also you'll need an iron and an ironing board if you want to make it all neat and pressed. Get started by running the iron over your fabric on the wrong side. Then you will want to fold your fabric in half, just like so. If you're using awkward sized pieces of fabric, just make sure that you're mindful of where they begin and where they end. And you want to take it, your pattern piece, and you're going to pin it onto your fabric. Now you want to cut your fabric pieces out. And there you have your fabric pieces. And you'll have two rectangles. And what we're going to do is pin these two pieces together, and we're going to leave one of the ends open. Now that your fabric is pinned, you're going to sew along here, down, and across. But I want you to stop at about just a little bit from the edge. Don't sew like all the way. Just keep that opening there, because I'm going to show you after what we're going to do with that little bit. So you can get your machine ready if you're going to sew with the machine, or you can grab your sewing needle and thread and sew all around. Now you're going to trim these corners here. Fold out your pillowcase. And you can just take something and try to poke out the corners a little bit. Just like that. Now we're going to take this back over to the ironing board and we're going to press it again. And you'll see here how we left a little opening at the end. I'm just going to take those and I'm going to tuck them in just like that. Now we're going to in the end, it should be tucked in just like that. So in a separate bowl, you want to mix all of your herbs and your stuffing in. I have some of the buckwheat in here. I have some chamomile, a little bit of rice, and the lavender as well. Now I'm just going to funnel that into the eye pillowcase. When you think that your eye pillow is full enough, you're going to make sure that seam is folded down. If you want, you can press it again. However, I am just going to pin it. Now we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and we're going to just close up that edge. And there you have your eye pillow.